Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to talk to you about vouchers, about maybe the opportunity for rapid price appreciation on that token and using for them for energy. What is that doing to, and what will that continue to do to the price on that token? I think there's a lot to talk about here and I want to get into it. If that sounds interesting, stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Okay, so my name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258. You can call me 12. And on this channel, we cover Splinterlands because it's changed my life and I actually think it could change yours. And so when I talk about vouchers, I'm looking at it from like a financial opportunity, but also an entertainment piece. The fact that it actually essentially replicates the experience of putting in quarters into your local arcade machine, which I remember from being a kid. I'd go to the local arcade with my cousin. We'd play Street Fighter 2 among other games, and you put your quarter on the ledge and it's like, I'm ready to go. I'm next. Well, nowadays with vouchers, when you want to buy energy, you can just put in. Well, this was always the case, like for recent history, you could put Ds in and buy vouchers or buy energy. But I mean, now that you can do it with vouchers, a token that I don't really personally care about, and that many of you feel is overinflated and you don't maybe feel there's a need for it, and maybe you've accumulated many of them across time because you have an SPS bag, etc. It's like, wait a second, energy is interesting. Let's talk about the numbers. So, I mean, financially, it is potentially really worth it. It depends where you're at, but I'm playing in my main account. I am in Champion within the Wild, and that's because I have XBOT and let it run when I'm too busy to play. So it plays maybe half my games, and I play maybe half my games in Modern. And what that means is my Champion level Wild League ranking affects the cost of energy. So I have to spend 5 in order to buy one more energy. I have to buy at the champion prices. So if I want one energy, it actually costs me 5 vouchers. There's one energy, it's going to cost me 5 vouchers. 5 vouchers at current price point is about 25 cents. It's like a quarter, like I said. It's like a quarter into the machine. And I like thinking about it that way. And like I said, I don't really particularly care about my vouchers, so I'm happy to spend it. And I have been spending it. I've spent about 300 vouchers over the last 3 days on the game, just buying extra energy. And so I say that because one, I think I'm pointing to the fact that this is actually an enjoyable process of like one sort of actual functional utility for vouchers, which I like, but also two, it's actually fun for me to explore the game more in this way and have this avenue of opportunity. So I think this is good. And then when we talk about price prediction, I go, well, we can see that vouchers were about 3 cents before they implemented this strategy, and they've gone up. Then they pushed up to 4 around the time there was starting to be rumors around what was happening with land and how you might be able to use vouchers in there. And they've held in that 4 cent plus area and all the way up to 5. And if you break down the math, they're essentially giving you a peg value of 10 cents per voucher right now, because 5 vouchers equals 50 cents. How do I know that? Well, we look at the DEC. It says 500 DEC is 1 energy. That's 50 cents worth of DEC. So that means 5 vouchers is being valued at 10 cents each, or 50 cents. So the soft peg is 10 cent voucher. So then that means that this is a good deal. The Hive engine price point of 5 cents per voucher is a good deal. Unless we don't think that people are going to want to use energy. I just told you that I'm using it. I think I made a good argument for, this is fun and a fun way to use it. I think I also made a good argument that people who have accumulated these vouchers over time, who don't really care about them for other reasons, are probably going to use them in this way, because I did. But then you might say, well, yeah, but that's only for the people who already have it and they're going to use it, maybe great. But what about new people creating new buying pressure? I want to talk about that a little bit now. If we say that the vouchers are worth 5 cents on Hive Engine and they're being valued at 10 cents by the game, I think we can find a logical path where we reach closer to that soft peg. Maybe not, we don't fully go to 10 cents, but maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 7 or 8 cents per voucher in the near future. And I say that for a couple financial reasons. I guess first and foremost, I want to show you that within Modern, I'm in Modern Gold, and I'll tell you, I started in Silver in this league. I'm 230 points out of Diamond. I'll be excited to get up there this season. I believe I will. In fact, I'll make a point of it if I have to buy extra energy. That's one thing right there, right? People are trying to climb especially in Modern recently because of all the changes that are happening in rank rewards. So more people are fighting in Modern, I think, than last season. And that probably means that more people are doing what I'm doing, which is trying everything they can to get to the highest level that they want so that they can begin the next season in the right league. I want to make it to Diamond so I can start in Gold. If I can make it a champion, all the better. So that's one piece. It's like, I actually want to get ready for next season. So I'm going to spend money on energy this season to play more. That's part of it. But then also it's not just about future proofing my deck. Before I go, there's so many little pieces here, but remember that SPS is currently in chest and eventually won't be. That's actually going to mean something, because if you go to Splex, if you go to splex.gg and you look at your recent seasons, and you look at your battle SPS, for me, my battle SPS last season was 829, and my SPS from the chest was 530. The season before that, 650 from the battle and 580 from the chests. So at times it's very similar is my point, or it's like give or take a little bit. Chests can be better or battle rewards can be better. My point in showing you that is that this isn't going to happen anymore. Battle chests will no longer carry SPS, which means that half of my SPS is that I've been accumulating from chests will no longer come in. So how am I going to get that? Who's going to get that? Well, the people who play the game are going to get that. I think this means that we're going to see a doubling of the SPS payouts in the rank rewards, meaning every time you win, you get double what you currently get. I believe that's going to be true at some levels. This is super complicated because of how SPS distributions are calculated. I can get into that a bit, but I want to kind of keep it fairly streamlined here. And I'm saying that next season, we're going to see this increased reward per battle. That's one big reason why today in this season, people should be buying energy to get higher so that they're ready next season to take advantage of that. So I think that's already happening. I think it's going to keep happening. And I think as the season goes closer to an end, it's going to happen even more, because then you have leaderboard considerations too. I know there's only leaderboards of the champs, but I mean, leaderboard at champ is still pretty awesome. 200,000 DECs on the line. These people are going to spend some money. And now with the way rank points are handed out too, you get 20, 20, 40 if you win 3 in a row. It's really just an opportunity it's like the more games you play, the more likely you are to win it. So I feel like that's 3 reasons right there. It's 1, getting placed right for next season. 2, the financial rewards for the leaderboard is exciting and will entice people. And 3, there's actually just this joy in spending vouchers because it's like this putting a quarter in a game. And then beyond that, I think it's important to understand that the rewards themselves actually partially or maybe even fully reward you for the cost you're putting in. So if we look at if 5 vouchers cost 25 cents according to Hive Engine right now, let's call it a quarter to play 1 more energy. In order to do that, is it at all financially viable to do that? Well, my last win in Modern right here, I won 3.7 SPS. So at the current price point, SPS is valued at 2.85 cents. So 2.8 cents times 3.7 vouchers equals 10 cents. So I got 10 cents for this victory. And at times I will get 5 SPS. And if you even call it 3 cents per SPS and we say that's 15 cents, then you see there's a gap. I'm spending 25 cents to win 15 cents back under the best circumstances within gold. At higher levels, it's going to be more. Diamond and champion, the numbers are going to change. Plus, remember, I'm paying for energy at champion league levels. If that's not your case, this equation becomes more and more favorable. This is pointing towards a large swath of our community being able to viably produce more money by spending money on energy. Do you see that? Because for me, it's not profitable because I'm buying diamond level energy, champion level energy, and using it in gold. And that is still giving me about 15 cents for every quarter. And that isn't the end of the story, because you got to look at the soulbound reward cards that are accumulating. Plus this season, we know that we're going to get SPS inside the chests. And those chest rewards, when I get from the extra energy and the new battles being victories, has to be considered. So if I showed you from the past data with Splex that my SPS comes half from battles and half from chests, that probably, and I just showed you I'm getting 3 to 5 SPS per battle. And if we go, that covers probably 12 cents of my energy cost, half of my energy cost. Well, if we imagine that my season chest can produce SPS this season at least, you can imagine how I'm going to get net neutral, cost neutral, if I buy energy right now at 5-cent vouchers. 5-cent vouchers probably is net zero neutral like cost to me because of the rewards from rank as well as the rewards from the chests. And that's just looking at SPS. It's not giving any sort of price value to the soulbound cards, which I do want, or the merits that I can also get and do want, right? Those are also considerations that will be added in addition to the SPS. So I really see at 5-cent vouchers, even at champion level energy cost and gold level participation in modern, this is worth it. For the record, I should show you in Wild, I'm getting about 2.5 SPS. There's my last win in Wild, and this is Champion 2. I got 2.4, so I'm getting, that's Champion. I'm getting less over there still, as we would expect, because there's more people playing there. And Modern is, I'm getting 3 to 5 SPS per win, depends on your bonuses, and that's in gold. If I can manage to get myself into Diamond, or even into Champion, there's rewards that would really start to add up because the SPS is going to be bigger than 3 or 5. It's going to be 5 or 8 or 10. Who knows? I know that at the beginning of the season, it was really high. And maybe we'll finish there because some people are going to say, you know what, Dwayne, this season, it hasn't worked that way because the season rewards at the beginning were huge, but now they're dropping off, which has been true. At the beginning of the season, most of the leagues were seeing, especially Champion, was receiving a huge amount per win. And in part, that's because of how energy distribution is calculated from your rank rewards. It goes across a 2-week average, and they look at what your rank is, and that factors into how much SPS you're getting per victory. And so, as we look at today's ranks, we know that, well, if we look at the leaderboard, Cavantis has 5110 rank. Before this season, I bet he never touched 5,000. You know, 4,800, 4,900, 4,700, those are amazing ranking positions, and the season's not over. But the new rank distribution, the way we hand out rank points or rating points, allows us to exponentially grow because of the win streaks. It goes 20 for one win, 20 for a second win, and 40 for a third win. And then it says 40, 40, 40 for as long as you have that win streak. And then if you lose one, you just lose 20. So there's not minus 40 after 3 losses. So I don't know if this needs to be tweaked, but what I'm saying is this has translated to some people having massive ratings. And that has said to the system, hey, I am really special. I've got 5,100 rating. I need a huge piece of the SPS pie that's available. And what that did was it soaked up or used up the SPS available for this season really rapidly. Not all of it, of course, but it grabbed a disproportionate amount in the first half of the season. Now in the second half, we're seeing the effects of that. But after the 15-day window sort of unfolds and this calculation is stabilized, and now it's common for people to be in the 5,000s in champ, that'll change how much SPS they're getting for the first win. So you're going to find next season's very different for 2 big reasons, and we'll finish here. 1, there's no more SPS in chess, therefore the rewards for every single battle will be huge. And second, this rating calculation and how it's allowed certain people to get really great rewards early on in this season will no longer be there next season, not in the same way, because these 5,000 or maybe even 6,000 ratings that are going to be possible now were never possible before, and so and yet they'll be possible every season moving forward now. That is going to create stability. That's going to create a uniformity in how the SPS is handed out moving forward. It's going to start next season, and it's going to be a product that's going to mean that the champion people aren't going to get 30, 40, 50, not like they did this season. Now, you got to put salt on that because the truth is it could be that crazy too, because there's no more SPS in the chest, and that's going to change the calculation too, like another time. So it's all still up in flux. But what I'm saying is, bringing it back to vouchers, this is a very interesting time to be playing Splinterlands, and there's actually some financial viability to spending money on vouchers in order to get access to more energy, whether it's to put yourself in the right position next season, the right league next season, maybe you're moving from wild or into modern. Maybe you recognize that the SPS in the chests as well as in the rank reward is going to equate to or maybe exceed your voucher expense. And so it's like free energy, or whether you just like the game right now and you're enjoying that side of it. There's a lot of interesting reasons why people are going to be wanting to spend vouchers right now to play more. And I think that has to help SPS or voucher prices. It has to continue to push them, I think. And I don't know if that pushes it up to 10 cents, because usually soft pegs, you know, it's kind of a ceiling in a sense. You don't want to spend more than 10 cents per voucher. You'd use DC at that point. And so I can see this really kind of pulling voucher prices up a bit more, 6, 7, 8 cents. But at around 9 to 10 cents, you start thinking, well, why would I jump through hoops to get vouchers if I already have DEC? And maybe DEC is below peg too, by the way, so that factors into this. All that said, I think vouchers go up because this gaming mechanic is exciting, and there's a lot of reasons why people are trying to play more right now in preparation for next season. The SPS rewards are significant and probably going to be even more significant because of all the reasons I explained next season in this video for next season. So if that sounds interesting, and if you enjoy this sort of content, make sure that you give me that thumbs up and also stick around for more Splinterlands related blockchain based NFT gaming content. Thanks guys, have an amazing day. God bless.